No, so today we're on site at Hanlon Realty's new office building that we have under construction here. We're building a state-of-the-art facility here, Roger. 10,000 square feet over 2 floors. Some of the, the most modern equipment inside that you can get for our realtors and our clients. And we're hoping to be in this building in June. We're a little delayed, but that's the way it goes when you're doing construction of any type, as you know. But groundwork in the back here is done. The basement's in, and our steel is on order now for next week. It's mid-December, so we're a little nervous, but we'll get there. Things are looking good. So we're excited. It's exciting times for Hanlon Realty.
Because we've got everything else in place. I've got the management team in place. We got the technology in place. We have the realtors in place, and I tell you, there are some phenomenal realtors at Hanlon, and now I want to give them the proper house to work out of.
New design of this building, we have the basement here, as you can see. The steel is ordered for the basement, but it's going to extend. Roger's going to extend over and onto the pylons on this side. So this actually becomes a drive-through underneath the building for back access parking. And then we got a full parking lot up in the front. So when we build a building, we're going to go up about 18 to 20 feet on top of this top floor yet. So it's going to be a really nice ultra-modern design. We'll have a view of the city out to the back. Our boardrooms are on this end. And then the realtors' common area in the area, like a lay-down space, nice couches. We get a really cool theme that we're putting together. There's going to be eventually in the basement section of the building a fitness center or gym for the realtors to hang out. So, if you get a little stressful, if you want to come in lunchtime and hang out and work out a little bit, it'll be there for them. We do have some extra storage and stuff on the back end for future development, but the main design is in the front top section of the building, which is, like I said earlier, it's an ultra-modern design, something new for Newfoundland, and it's, we're pretty excited because we're 100% local, we're independent, and now we got our staple, which is this building, which I put a lot of engineering time into. We've been at it for probably 18 months to get the proper design that we wanted. And I'm looking very forward to seeing it in June. It's a lot of my time and effort's gone into this, and we'll be in June, so it's going to be very cool for everybody involved.
Going forward, it doesn't matter to me how the economy is. I'm going to support it 100% because I believe in giving back to our people, believing in our province. That's why we went independent. We didn't want one penny to go out of Newfoundland and Labrador that didn't need to go out to a national franchise. And I'm not here to diss on any franchise. I'm just here to say to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador, we're here, we're strong, we're independent, we're very proud of what we've done, and we're going forward, and we're gonna help you guys as best we can. So, try, when you're looking at real estate and you're thinking buying or selling, call us. We're local, and we'll look after you.
It's been fairly stable from a pricing standpoint. CMHC has declared that our housing market has stabilized. That was just recently. So I think, and it's predicting a flat 2018. So I really think we're sort of at the bottom of the market here now. And this is November 2017 when I'm filming this. But I do feel we're at the bottom of the market. But the big thing that's happened, the big change, is just a reduction in sales volume, the number of homes selling. From right now in 2017. We'll be down over 40% from the peak years, the 2012s, the 2011s, sort of the height of the market. So there's a lot less homes selling, and that's why development is down so much. I mean, the housing starts are really the lowest level since the COD moratorium, and it really takes really unique approaches and things that and developments like this that are filling a hole in the marketplace to have an uptake. Like the general subdivision business that was so busy for so many years is really after cooling. So I guess the thing, what I would say in terms of how it's really changed is that it's just gotten slower. It's not the prices have fallen and everything's terrible, and everyone's still working and making a living, but the sales volume has dropped off. And we anticipate now that we're sort of at the bottom, and it's now into a rebuild, into effectively a new reality of our housing market and a new economy.
The past 18 months or 12 months have been pretty interesting for me in my career. I've experienced my first downturn in the market. So initially, as a real estate agent, you start to see the signs of a market shifting. So lots of inventory, houses are taking longer to sell, buyers are more hesitant. So as you start to see the market shift, sales start to decline, and so does your income. So I had to recognize that early on, and the first thing you do is you start to cut expenses. So I had an assistant, I had to let her go even though she was amazing. I had to start doing my own accounting, even though, you know, I probably should have been looking at these expenses on a regular basis. I wasn't. I was just sending everything off to the accountant to file and look over and stuff, and really I've learned that that's something a smart business person should be doing at all times, scrutinizing every expense. In a good market, it's really easy to overlook that, and you know, when you look back on it, you're like, oh my God, I spent that on this item or that service or whatever. So expense cutting was the #1 thing that I had to do, and it was a learning curve to adjust to a down market. I heard a really good quote the other day, and it was a good market conceals and a bad market reveals. So there are things that you have to do to adjust to a down market, and I think that it took me about 6 months to figure it out, and you know, I feel pretty confident now that you know, we are experiencing that downturn, but it is starting to level out a bit. I've definitely learned to strategize listing, taking listings, marketing myself as a real estate agent. I've learned to strategize and work with the way that the market is.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin Stairs from Decorating Den Interiors. In smaller spaces like foyers, you want to create a big impact, but you don't have a lot of room to do so. Think about creating visual depth and interest by using wallpaper, maybe a different paint application, or gorgeous picture moldings like we have here. Finish it off with a great bold pattern chair, a low profile demi-lune console table, and a great chandelier, and you've created gorgeous design where there was none.
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by Premier Mortgage Center. Your mortgage, your insurance, your terms.
Hi, I'm Dave from Hot Tub Pros. Come see the most energy-efficient hot tubs on the market today. These premium hot tubs come with a lifetime guarantee and a complete auto-clean system. You can have your very own hot tub delivered and installed by our professional and friendly staff. We also carry a full line of hot tub products and accessories, including the Spa Marvel Natural Enzyme Hot Tub Water Conditioner. Hot Tub Pros, 189 Glencoe Drive, Mount Pearl, 364-8827.
Your home. It's the place you come back to, and a place that never leaves you. At Cohen's Home Furnishings, this is our home too. Since 1919, we've been proud to be a part of the most special place in your heart. Cohen's, where the home is.
The main reason people should get an inspector to have their property inspected is to know the condition of the property at the time of the inspection for any major deficiencies, life safety items, or areas that may impede their ability to have the property insured, and any areas that would also adversely affect the value of the property. All the areas of the property that we inspect, so the roof covering, any areas of maintenance which we highlight on all our inspections here, any deficiencies which are also noted in the inspection report, loose deadbolt, loose handle, areas here that need maintenance. We offer things that no other home inspection company offers. We have our exclusive We'll Buy Your Home Back guarantee should we miss any item, good for 90 days after the closing. We have a 90-day warranty for any items that were inspected to be in good condition at the time of the inspection to help, again, give people that true peace of mind. We also have a wonderful 5-year roof leak protection plan that we put on every inspection. So with the weather here and the wind and the rain, it's a great benefit to all our clients.
Okay, that was pretty thorough.
All right, and that's our last photo.
So you'll send that off to the client by email? How long does it take?
Yes, exactly. The report is done same day, so that will be available this afternoon.
Okay, is it on the website or do you email it?
It gets emailed out, one copy to the buyer, one copy to the buyer's agent.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful fall day in November, and I'm at my newest development, Glendale Gardens in Mount Pearl. So this is our follow-up to Park 21 that I've mentioned in previous episodes. So we have a 42-unit development here, and it's at the bottom of Glendale Avenue. Used to be the Glendale Gardens Nursery, and so we have 42 units. We have a mixture of townhomes, condominium flats, like a condo apartment style, as well as bungalows. Really, really nice. Here are a couple, we have a duplex here right on Glendale Avenue. It's really nice. It'll have off-street parking. And the thing about this is a common use land condominium. So all the snow clearing's included, all of the lawn care, the maintenance and stuff, so it's really convenient living. So even though this is off-street parking driveways right here, the snow clearing's going to be included for the owner, so it's pretty awesome. To the left, we have 3 townhomes, and once again, we're going with the mix and match floor plan. So we built these in a way that there are 4 floor plans on the main floor and 5 upstairs, so you can get 20 different combinations of plans, so you pick what you like. And then down here, we have a beautiful condo flat. So we built a condominium building that doesn't have any common space. So every unit has their own entrance. We have 4 units upstairs, 4 units downstairs. Really, really nice, and we're able to keep the condo fee really low. Our condo fee is only like $165, as opposed to the $300 plus condos fees that you see around the city. You'll see right here a foundation, and that goes down into like a nice L-shaped building. There's 7 townhomes there, so that's going to be really nice. Your parking's going to come in here, and those fall away, so it's like walkout basements. And we have 12 bungalows here in this development, and at this stage of construction we have 11 sold, so we only have 1 left. So it's been huge demand, a wildly successful development already. You know, a lot of people looking for new construction in Mount Pearl. So these are semi-detached bungalows that fall away, so they're walkout basements, and they have a double-car garage at the back. And you can see just right over here, you see this styrofoam sticking up in between. That's the ICF concrete wall. So that's going to go from the basement right up through to the attic again. So all of our construction, all of the separation walls are ICF concrete. The best thing that we can do for sound suppression and fire protection, everything, you name it. It's the best construction standard there is. So almost 50% sold out. Pre-construction phase. It's very exciting. It's a great development, and it's just parlaying onto the success that was Park 21, and we're just really excited about it. And we think that we've really found a model that the consumer is looking for, with high quality, modern construction at affordable price points. And people are looking for maintenance-free living, like snow clearing and lawn care. All that stuff is such a hassle. People are looking to outsource that for a small monthly fee, and we've sort of married it all together and created a great concept. It's been very successful despite the the down real estate market that we've been experiencing over the last couple of years. So we're pretty excited about everything that we're doing here.
The ultimate goal for Hanlon Realty is to relocate into our brand new facility within the next year, which is going to be fully high-tech. You know, we have a sales manager on staff that will work with any new agent that comes in. I want to create a tier of realtors that start from entry level to the top level. So as our realtors are being trained at entry, they learn everything going up through the system. And the way our system works at Hanlon is, as you come up and get educated, you know, you work yourself up to the highest tier you could be at the company, which is where all of our top-end realtors are today. And all of those realtors up here, they all help. It's not just a brokerage and, you know, and all the meetings we do and the people we bring in, because, you know, we have people in every Tuesday educating, you know, our realtors on what's new in the market, what's going on. It's all about supporting everybody, you know, and if you got a realtor that's trained properly and they're writing a piece of business for their client, we know it's done properly, whether it be from Hanlon or to any other brokerage in the city that we're sending that, you know, that offer to or whatever. You know, we know we've got it done right.
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by Hickey's Timber Mart, serving you from 3 locations. Harbour, Maine, CBS, and St. John's.
Title insurance does remedy some technical problems and solves some technical title defects, and I find it a useful tool for those things. However, in my practice, I typically don't use title insurance to replace a real property report, a tax certificate, or a compliance letter, because those documents independently provide useful information that will help the homeowner in dealing with their neighbors and dealing with their municipality that wouldn't be adequately, in my view, solved by title insurance if it was in place.
They get 30 minutes a day using their phones or like iPad or whatever. I don't know. If I don't, they'll use it like the entire waking time they're awake, the entire time that they're awake. So I have to limit it. So I put the timer on, and they tell me like how many minutes they want to use it, and then I put the timer on the stove, and then when the beep goes off, they put it away. It actually works really well. Like they don't fight as much over it. When you recognize that it's an issue because they're bickering or they're not alert, like I don't even think he realizes we're here.
I realize.
Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, like it's. When you limit the time on it, they just are more aware of like stuff going on. He's so fast. Come here. No, you don't. Get him. Are you a little puppy? Do you have big ears? Dad calls him a little gremlin. He's just a dog. He's just a wee dog. It's not old.
We make it happen. Getting hair.
It doesn't have hair on it. Do you want some Gouda?
Ooh, no.
And it's so easy to get sucked into letting your kids use the devices more than you realize when you're busy, because like if I take them on a showing, or if I'm like, and I work from home, so if I'm working and I'm just like face and eyes into whatever it is I'm doing, an email or a market assessment or something, they could be on their phone for hours and I'm just in my own little thing. But using this method really works for us. You want a hot tub? I heard Poppy was gonna put in a hot tub out back. You okay with that?
That'll really help life out.
Does it help life? Why? Because you'd relax in the tub?
Oh no, it's just spend the rest of my life just chilling. You know, not that much. Set up a TV out there.
I do feel that long term we have a lot of economic prosperity ahead of us with our offshore oil reserves. You know, we have a lot of minerals in Labrador, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of reasons for people to set up shop in St. John's. It's just not right now with $30 oil. Is effectively it. That's what we're seeing. So, I mean, if we continue, if we get back on a pattern with people moving in with the oil and gas industry and then the other offshoot industries from it, yeah, well, we're going to have housing for people. And this is what created that major spike last time, is we had no housing. We had, like, vacancy rate was less than 1%. There was nothing to buy for sale. There was people needed homes. I mean, it was insanity. You had people living in hotels. So, no, we don't have that issue now. If you get an issue like that again, yeah, you're going to have a big spike in pricing. If you got high vacancy rates and a ton of homes sitting, nobody to go into them, prices are going to go down. But so I would think that in general, most of this stuff works off a business plan, and if there's no demand for the homes, they'll wait until there is. So I'm not too concerned about you know, like some of these upcoming large developments, you know, suppressing the pricing in the market, because I don't think it's in their best interest to do that. So I think that they'll tie it to demand. But if you look, I mean, there's a lot of rural Newfoundland has been moving to the city. You know, and then generally speaking, when people come into the province from outside, you know, from the rest of Canada or, you know, the US, and that, they're generally in the St. John's area. So despite what's happening with anything with population in the province, I do see, long-term St. John's continuing to grow. And that's just sort of the trends happening all over Canada. The cities are getting bigger, the small towns are getting smaller.
I'm so proud of our province. I've lived here all of my life. I've raised my children here. We lived in Outer Cove for years, I brought my daughters up. My oldest daughter sells real estate here with me, Crystal. My younger daughter is a lawyer. She went away to train. She's back here living in Newfoundland and Labrador, because I think that's what I installed in them. Family values and home is where everybody would like to be. I know everybody can't be, but to me, being a Newfoundlander, I think to me is bar none. I'm all Newfoundland and Labrador. I love it here. I don't think I'll ever leave here, maybe for a holiday, because it does get cold in winter, as we know. But no, I'm very proud to be a Newfoundlander and Labradorian.
What if you don't have a down payment? Can you still buy a home? Down payments come in various forms and can even be borrowed. This isn't common knowledge. So before you decide to buy, connect with me for a free mortgage consultation and see why it literally pays to use an accredited mortgage professional.
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by the Franklin Hotel, in the heart of the downtown of St. John's.
Rustler's Family Restaurant. Delicious home-style meals and more. Made in-house, just like Mom used to make. Rustler's Family Restaurant, next to Breakers, the local, in the Fall River Plaza. And don't forget the all-day breakfast. Rustler's Family Restaurant.
The independent firm supporting local has been part of my brand, and it has been for 10 years. I've always been one to want to support local communities, local activities, local charities, businesses, and everything. So that has always been part of who I am, which translates into who my brand is. And working at Hanlon was a perfect fit for that. So I think the independent firm, the local business, if that is who you are, and if you are going to become a real estate agent, a brand like Hanlon is where you'd want to go.
We got a lot of work to do here. We have 19 of the 42 sold, so I still have over 20 to sell. And we sell them as one part. You got to get them closed, and there's a lot of change orders and extras and amendments and everything along the way. And a lot of these people have homes to sell, so this is going to keep me pretty busy in 2018. But always looking for new developments and new land. And really, I have a keen eye now on more urban developments like this. For a lot of years, I was looking for large parcels, 30, 40, 50 acres to do subdivisions, and now I'm 1, 2, 3 acres. I want more urban type property to put together these common use land element condominiums where snow clearing's included, lawn care's included, these kind of features. A lot between busy professionals and empty nesters, and there's a lot of people who just don't want to deal with that stuff, and we feel we sort of caught on to something. So I'm going to be busy closing this out, but I'll also be on the hunt for my next one.
Real estate takes up a lot of your time. It's very demanding, and when you're starting out, you're constantly at open houses, you're showing houses, you're networking, you're out for coffee, and sometimes your family gets lifted out of it more so than, at my stage now later on, I've got the time to do what I need to do. But coming up through the ranks, there were times when I would have wanted to have been around my family a little bit more than I could have been, so that would probably be my major struggle with getting, to where we're to and how things have turned out.
My parents are relatively young for, parents of my age, and I think that has allowed them to really stay up to date and current, with the Facebook and, social media and different ways of marketing and targeting audience and staying up on the trends. Things have evolved so far since, even when my mother started, I remember it was very, you had those big giant phones, hit one of those big ones, and faxing from your own phone line, and computers and how things have changed. I mean, they've really had to adapt, and I think they've done a great job. But I mean, over the years and the success, I think it's just the drive and the aspirations to make it, a bigger, better, company, and put, your heart and your soul into it.
He had a vision and he started it, like he took that first step, and just kept growing and escalating, and I don't think he'll ever stop. I think he's always going to push the envelope, be a leader in an independent company, and just, maybe one day we'll have franchises and they'll be, just always one step forward.
I've been with my wife 35 years, and I've raised my children, and they've all done their schooling. My youngest son is in electrical, finishing it up. My oldest daughter's selling real estate for the last 10 years, and she loves it. And my middle daughter is now a lawyer and practicing law in Newfoundland. So not only did I get the benefits of raising them and supporting them as they supported me, I got the benefit of them living in Newfoundland and staying home and not having to leave, which to me is everything.